Hello and welcome to the continuation of our Let's Play Civilization 6 as Mansa Musa. We're going for either a diplomatic victory or maybe even a science victory. Just depending on how fast we get at this infrastructure and what it looks like once we get there. But we're about to wrap up this monumentality golden age, and we'll probably start spending our faith more towards our economy. After this, we have been spending on our economy to build builders, but I'm talking about like buildings and stuff. And our next goals are to get these fringe cities like Jene, Seguba, or Segu, Kirina, Sala, get these online, get them going. So with that in mind, I might actually build a couple of more builders before the age is over. And let's get one in Segu. Well, what am I going to be improving? Like 12 turns until growth here. We'll start dumping some gold into Segu, right? Let's get you a monument, and we'll buy you a granary in a little bit too. I guess it's not super important to build this campus right now. It's only a +3 campus, and we're getting more infrastructure. And now that Tomirus is thinking about being our friend, it's not like my immediate need. Oh, I should come over here and yoink this stone rather than this woods. It's pretty much a no-brainer. I think what I'll do with this builder is I think I'll move him to the marsh. I'll clear the marsh if I know how to do that. Oh, irrigation. That's going to be next turn. And then I'll clear the stone. We have a governor title available. We don't need Victor quite as much. I could get the double adjacency here and then grab tax collector, because that could be worth a lot of gold. 10 gold. But I think what I'd rather do is I'd rather grab either Moksha or Liang. We don't really need builder charges, but the extra aquaculture and stuff could be good, especially for my fringe city. I don't really need Moksha because we could always just send a missionary to convert this stuff. This is never ever going into Hinduism. But I think maybe it's best to do that in Segu, to build some fisheries around here. There aren't that many fish, but the housing could be good. Could build the housing in Kirina, although we do have chops for. Let's point Liang to Segu. If we get the chance to build some fisheries in here while this city is on the up and coming, it will. We'll do it. Otherwise, we'll move it over to Kirina. I don't want to build a builder in here because there's nothing to improve. I might want to build another builder in Kirina because there's so many chops to make. I might want to build another builder in Kumbi Salah because we could build some farms and grow. Right now what I want to do is purchase a trader. Let's build a trader in Jene and send him up to Pericles. Yeah, why don't I send this builder down to Chop City to help chop out the Wonder. I'll keep a couple around, it's okay. This unit can go to sleep. It's good to have a couple of builders with builder charges around just to repair. If you've already just maxed out and you're just like building tiles because you don't know what to do, sometimes you can just keep a charge around, and then once the tiles get pillaged for natural disasters and stuff, you can just immediately dispatch your builder to repair. Like for Kumbi Salah, for example, I have too many tiles that I'm working. I do anticipate it to grow, and so I want to. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, I could appoint her to Kumbi Salah just to give the 3 housing to that city, because it's my city that doesn't have any housing. And I've not bought a granary. Let's just buy the granary. That's just as good. So the way your housing really works is once you're within 2 range of the housing, you're starting to lose a little bit about on the food. Because once you're, like, if this were out of 4 out of 5, we would get a reduction in the food surplus. If it's 5 out of 5, we get a major reduction in the food surplus. So right now, if I can get this up to 2 out of 3, or from 2 out of 3 to 2 out of 5, it's actually going to grow faster. If I needed to get it even further beyond that, like if I had 8 housing, it wouldn't do any good for me. So if I needed to get it beyond 5, such as for a 4 population, that's when I start thinking about plopping these governors in here and growing these cities. So since it's not a pressing matter, to be explicit, oh, we're friends. Excellent. Since it's not a pressing matter, I will move her to where she might build a couple fisheries. I expect her long-term place is in Kirina, replacing Magnus, wherever we put Magnus. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is yoink the marsh to grow, because I'm actually 4 out of 9 housing, and it would be really good to have a bunch of population in here. To work some more of these tiles, get some more production, and ultimately plop down this holy site quicker. And then get this harbor online faster. After that, after I get the harbor, then I get the mausoleum. I chop out the mausoleum, and then I have extra science and culture and a little bit more faith too, although we don't really need that. All right. What do we get now? I guess we get... we don't need to worry about walls or anything. What does Machu Picchu do? Mountain tiles right, a standard adjacent bonus room. That's already been built though, hasn't it? Yes, I definitely remember it's gone. I was like, that could be good for a second because we have so many mountains around. Like, for example, that. It's actually a really good holy site in Nero now that I think about it. Once we get up to 4 population, we might plop a holy site down there and yoink it. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to yoink that forest and replace with a holy site in Nioro. I didn't even think about these being possible holy sites with, adjacency bonus because I was in the desert, right? But that's a +5. Like this city could have been, well, I guess we probably wanted to go to the campus first because the campus was what we needed at the time. So we wanted to go for a campus first, but what can I say? I realized things at exactly the right time. Go me. Do we have a granary in here? No, we missed out on a granary. That's one bad thing. But then maybe we just grab a tile from Singapore really quick and reserve a holy site. No, this already has, yeah. Don't plan more than 3 districts for a city because you are lucky to get beyond 7 population. Sometimes you get to 10 and 13 and everything, but you really have to work for it. You have to be either the Inca or you have to build a bunch of farm triangles. Speaking of which, I could build a farm triangle right here. That would help. Whew, talking too fast. Let's build another builder in here. We'll use it. Okay, let's yoink out the holy site. We'll plop down a harbor, and then we'll plop down our campus next. What's next? I never chose. Sorry, scatterbrained here. We're probably not earning a great scientist. Mass production is not really that important. I could go for ocean navigation. Buttress allows me to make dams. Dams will keep these cities that are on the river, and that'll allow me to get my industrial zone up. So I think maybe my 7th district in Tadweni, or sorry, my 3rd district for 7 population in Tadweni is going to be this major monstrosity of an industrial zone. Because it has no other production. Like, Genet has a little bit of production, so I might give Genet the +5. So to that end, let's actually take a second to yoink out this gold. Can use that gold to even buy... Actually, we can buy a library when we get it. Where are... Oh, Isaac Newton's happening right now. Do we pray for Isaac Newton? No, I think this is a deciding factor in us not going for a science victory, is that he came a little early. Or, yeah, he's one of the first Renaissance scientists. So he did unfortunately come a little early. We're not quite ready to make a real serious bid for Isaac Newton, and he is definitely one of the best scientists in the game. By the way, a little tip, I would recommend that you get the Great People mod that just replaces them with their portraits, because you can recognize, like I didn't actually read up here, you can just see him and go, oh, I know who that is. Even for people that you don't know who they are before you have been exposed to Civ, you can learn who they are, and it helps me insanely. This is not a great, like 11 gold is not. Maybe I would trade gold for production here, although if I'm going to do that, that's just an objectively better trade. Let's do that. So now that we're friends with everybody, I don't have to worry about our military anymore. I'm just, yeah. And she's coming to me and talking to me about how much we're friends with each other. I love it. We got a mega colossal eruption here, which surprisingly didn't do anything bad to Vilnius. Okay. And we're one turn away from... So it's now or never on a builder. Do we build another builder? Who needs it? Maybe Segu? Yeah. We'll do it one more time, and then we'll spend some time making our faith work for us in terms of economy. 8 turns for a Seguba, or I could go ahead and build an industrial zone, and I could build that right here. Or I could go ahead and build the dam and start damming the river. Wait, I don't know what a dam is. Never mind. Let's purchase a library in here. We got other things we want to go for. I guess we go ahead and lock in the price of this industrial zone, because we know we want it. Do we want it? Because this touches everybody, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that literally hits every city in our empire. But it does increase the adjacency bonus of this, and yeah, it would be good to just have it back up in production city. Let's just go ahead and do it. Honestly, the main benefit of the industrial zone is the coal power plant and the high adjacency bonus that you can get from it. So I'm not too shy about building two industrial zones right next to each other. If you're going high production, you can really go for a good science victory, but this is not nearly high production. Building two industrial zones in our entire empire. Thinking about building one. So the factory overlap, that's to be clear. You only get the benefit of one industrial zone within 6 tiles, because a factory provides +6 production, I think, to every city within 6 tiles. So building them next to each other gives me no benefit. If my empire were spread further out, then it might actually provide a benefit. But literally, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Literally every city in my empire is within 6 tiles at this point. So building them next to each other. Okay, you get it. I'm done. Todd Mecca, what are we building you? Good faith purchase a market. Only take 5 turns to hard build that market, because there's so much production here. Let's go ahead and go the faith route, because then we can get pagodas, get Diplo favor, and use that to win competitions in the World Congress and stuff. I don't think we need anything with this builder. Oh yeah, I had yoinked him, or I come to yoink the corn. Does this give us our holy site? It does. Let's do it. And finally, that's done. I think I waited way too long to get that holy site online. In fact, I probably should have yoinked at least one of these forests to get this holy site online. Kind of a mistake. Now that we've done that, how many turns for harbor? 5 turns for a harbor. Combination of the leftover yoink and the increased production now. Because this is a real good belief. And then we'll probably use these to yoink the mausoleum rather than keep them around for production, because we don't really need to produce that bad in here. I guess we will be producing districts, but maybe I'll yoink one. I don't know. We'll see what happens when we get there. We'll see how I feel. I think we just wait until we get that silver. And for you, I think we are working this tile. So we're technically missing out on production. We've got 16 production, so that would be a 12% boost. Might even compress the amount of time it takes to build the harbor and wire the mausoleum. We can always just remove the feature. Why don't we just do it? We're just lousy with builder charges. Let's come up here and connect the iron. We can even build a mine there, and we can use that to work it. Okay. Do I have a monument in here? I don't have a monument in there. I don't have a monument in here. So I'm spending a lot of gold on all of these purchases that, like, I could have realistically had this tile by now if I had worked, or if I bought a monument a while ago. But I think it's still worth it to just grab them and pay for them, even though I could be spending that on my infrastructure. Okay, we've got the Renaissance era. Now we know what a dam is. I think it's a no-brainer to go for reform the coinage. Most of our districts are already slapped down. And we're going to be completing a bunch of trade routes. That's just what we do. We're the Mali. So far we have 1, 2, 3, 4 Sukubas. Somebody doesn't have a market yet. Tadmeka doesn't have a market yet. So let's faith buy a market as soon as we can get there. Yeah. And then I think that's good there. You can actually move over here and then go to sleep. You can move up to this tile. I'll need to purchase 2. Notice I'll need to purchase 2 because I'll need to actually be connected in order to do this. Okay, so we've got, actually now we've got our chance to build the plantation. We could also build a lumber mill here. I like that idea because we're kind of low on production. And they're happy that I've got a lot of gold income. Oh boy, they're in for even more delights. Let's move up here. We can go ahead and buy this tile. Let's also go ahead and buy a monument, or... Yeah, we're still a few turns away from that. So we'll have the gold to do it. Let's just... 15 turns to border growth there. That's worthless. By the time that we get to this, we'll just buy this and that'll be the only tile that we ever need anymore in here. Let's build a monument in here, and let's build a monument in here next turn. We're producing a monument a turn. That's monumental. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, so we can remove that. Let's also go ahead and lock in the price of this dam. And can I build an aqueduct here? I think I can, right? I don't know what an aqueduct is. Let's learn what an aqueduct is. Can this not be built here? Sankarani River. It only has one tile of the Sankarani River on it. Oh, dagnabbit. So I can need to build a +0 dam. This is a valid placement of an aqueduct, however. So I think I'll come... Yeah, let's yoink, remove the improvement, yoink the farm. Because we've got other farmland here, which is fine to improve. Let's go ahead and build... Oh, you've already out of movement. So we'll yoink. Yeah. Gosh, 5 seconds after that monumentality golden age, and I'm already thinking like, where are all of my builder charges going? Okay, so we'll build a dam here. Yes, you may build an embassy in our capital. Anything that you would like to make yourself friendlier with us. You tell me what you need, Tomiris. We will yoink for gold. That's a real good tile. I wish I didn't have to squash it for a dam. In fact, I don't have to right now. I could later. I could wait on it. So I think we build a farm here, move over and build a farm here, move over and build a farm here. And it's like a farm quadrangle, and that'd be pretty good. It's pretty neat. Oh, we've got our new government. Okay, we definitely want Merchant Republic. So that means it's definitely time to make sure... Okay, let's run conscription because that's our gold-worthy card. We are running caravanseries still, that's fine. Serfdom is probably still fine because we still have builder charges. Medina Quarter is not awful. We do have a few cities for which this applies, and then we could move our governors around to get some housing. I think I'd rather run Republican Legacy. Because it doesn't require us to have governors in the places that we need them. That we need the housing, that is. Because moving Pingala is mean. It's just bad. I could grab Trade Confederation now that I know, now that I have that card. This kind of helps me think about this card, like the wild card slot as being the most volatile slot. Yeah, boom. To be clear, I'm grabbing Trade Confederation because that's what's going to cost the game for us. This extra 8 gold, 10 gold, it represents, what is it, a 5%, a less than 5% increase in the amount of gold that we're running? Versus 5 culture is like 10%, a little less than 10% of the culture we're running, and then that's definitely like almost 10% of the science we're running. So it's just better, and it helps us to get further up the tech tree faster. And so what do we go for next in here? We need to get to the Statue of Liberty as quickly as we can. So that means we need to, let's see, recorded history. We built 2 campus districts. We will be growing a city to 10 pop. Hopefully sooner than civil service. 2 markets. Have an alliance. We'll get civil service. We'll immediately get an alliance. Earn 3 great people. Oh, not even going for that. Right. There's no point. Free market would be good. Oh, that would be very good. So we probably will make a pit stop for the Enlightenment. We just did recruit a great person. Triangular trade is good. Maybe we just earned a great merchant, which would be perfect. I bet that's what we did. We did earn a great merchant. And she gives us a governor title. Beautiful. That is wonderful. Because then we can use that governor. Doesn't matter who it is. We can pop them into Kumbi Saleh. Let's grab Victor. He's just safe. He'll establish in 3 turns. He'll provide some housing. And that'll be that. We'll get another government promotion for recorded history. Oh, whoops. Where am I going with you? It doesn't matter. Just come back home. Oh. Oh, we should have done this 8 years ago. Sorry. Can't buy a trader with the faith. We could buy it with the gold. Let's do that. And let's hard build a temple. So there's really nothing left for the city to do besides grow and work more and more tiles. Oh, actually, you know what? This is fine. Because actually, let's reassign him. In a couple turns, we'll get a governor title and we will move them to Kurbisala. But I think that Tadmeka will come across its housing limit. Actually, no. Oof. Oof. This is a brain that's thinking too hard. Yeah. In a couple turns, we'll get another governor title. Governor title, we'll drop it into Tadmeka. Man, I've got to learn how to enunciate, not mumble as much while I'm on YouTube. I've always been a mumbler. Okay. Divine Right could be good. I think that Merchant Republic is just my favorite government. So I don't think that we really need Divine Right. But I did get the boost for it. Let's see, what do we build now? Go back to cartography, I guess. And in here, could consider some of these wonders. Hagia Sophia. Angkor Wat is no suitable location. Must be built adjacent to an aqueduct. Could build the Angkor Wat there, actually. +1 housing and also even +1 population. That's exactly what we want in this playthrough. Colosseum could be good there too for amenities if we had an entertainment complex in the neighborhood. Colosseum probably should be gone by now. I don't think that I can get the Colosseum. It is a good wonder to have. But we haven't built an entertainment complex. We just haven't worked for the Colosseum. So a little late for that. If it's still around by the time that, like, one of these cities, it won't be. Never mind. I guess we could just get some free era score. Is it really worth that? We're nowhere near the end of the era, so we might as well just do this. It'll take us 10 turns to build a pagoda, and that gives us 1 diplomatic favor per turn and 3 faith. I guess if I think about it that way. Well, there's literally nothing else this city could do for us until it gets to 7 population. And it's growing kind of slow. That we do need to come improve some tiles in here, actually. Send a builder over. This builder has 3 charges. Yeah. We've neglected Timbuktu. I'm sorry. I've been a bad parent. Okay, let's... Oh, we're still using this tile. That's why we didn't lock in that price. Let's skip turn here. Let's move you down to the woods that you'll chop. Let's move you back down, I guess, to the woods that we could chop. Yeah, and then in a turn we'll plop down the mausoleum. We'll see how long it takes to build us a mausoleum. I think the gold's probably... Actually, the food is probably worth it in this city because the faster we grow this city, the more we'll be able to take use of all of these amazing desert tiles and these tiles underneath it as well. This city is just has a ridiculous number of useful tiles. And so food is even more important in this city. Okay. So I think we're ready for the next turn. Oh, England is here. And she's actually unhappy with us, so that's not my favorite thing to have ever happened. She's actually in my territory. Okay, that's occasion to build walls here. Especially because she's way, way ahead of me in science. I wonder what her relationship is with Tomyris. They are okay with each other. I wonder if I could poison their relationship and get Tomyris' help. That could be good. Meanwhile, it's time to build the mausoleum in here. We've got 800 gold. I'm burning a hole in my pocket here. What do I get? I guess I grab a lighthouse to give myself food. And we grab a monument, which we've been sorely neglecting to build in here. Come over here. Oops. We've got a governor title. Let's appoint Amani to Tadmeka. And let's send this route to Pokrovka. Okay, you can go to sleep until we actually get that tile. Actually, it's probably worth it. We don't have the gold to. We just spent all our gold. So, wake up. Next turn, I'll buy the tile you're standing on. Yeah. I should have had the Land Surveyor's card in here. Stop. Actually, I should put the Land Surveyor's card in here because I'm not buying any more builders, but I am buying more tiles. Okay, you can sleep. And we can go to the next turn. Okay. We can buy this tile. There we go. Let's buy these tiles while we have the card in. And we'll wait till this is finished. We'll yoink the production and we'll plop down the holy site. That's probably the most efficient way to do it. Okay, what do we want in Nani? I guess we can go ahead and grab our intelligence agency. Grand Master's Chapel allows us to buy land units with faith. Does that allow us to buy like builders and workers and stuff? I've literally never gone for Grand Master's Chapel. It does say land units. I don't think we're really going to need spies in our empire because we have such insane gold output. Although you're never going to beat the AI in terms of gold output. But I think buying land units with faith might actually be a good thing. Even if we're not, if we don't have a military right now, we could need one in the future. And we could always be able to buy builders. That'll give us one more governor title. And we could use it to appoint the last governor. So we can build a farm here. Probably build a farm triangle, like here-ish, to grab both the rice. I think we probably want to build the mounds right there, don't we? Because it gets more bonus from... Yeah, let's come down here. Let's use our builder charges. You can always buy more later. There we go. What am I doing? I'm waiting to maybe... Yeah, okay. Brain fart. It's getting a little late for me. Might be time to put this down at the end of this episode. How long are we into this episode? We are Oh, wow, we're actually a little bit over. She's mad at me for what? Wait, the colonizer is mad that... It's interesting. Well, let's go ahead and grab our friendships again. Oh, whoops. And I gotta wrap it up there. I might actually call it a night. Or I might play one more. I don't know. We'll see. That's gonna do it for me for this time. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, give me all the comments, and yeah, let me know how you're liking it so far. I assume that you're here for the long haul if you're here by now. This has actually turned out to be a pretty interesting game. This is my first Mansa Musa game where I looked at it and I was like, you know what? I'm actually going off. This is succeeding. So I'm pretty happy with it. But yeah, I'll go ahead and cut it here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.